My name's Martin Doe. I'm the president of HOD. Public speaking is what we're all about tonight. Dionysus of Halicarnassus, of all people, once said, let your speech be worth hearing or be silent. And two things that I take away from that are, firstly, that we should have something worth saying when we come up here, and secondly, that our audience should be pleased about the way that we've heard it, so that when we finish speaking, whether they agreed with us or not, it was a pleasurable experience. And tonight's meeting will help us with both of those things. The section of tonight that we call Table Topics is all about impromptu speaking, and that's really about thinking of something worth saying, even at a second's notice, and all of the other roles that we're going to have tonight will help us with the art of how we deliver what we're saying, so that people feel excited at the end of what we've said, so that it was worth hearing. And just as an aside, I don't know about you, but if you're giving quotes, I think quoting the ancient Greeks is much better than modern sources. Dionysus of Halicarnassus sounds a lot better than Dave of Hull. But let me ask Luann to come up here now and read for us the mission of a Toastmasters Club. Let's give a very big applause.
Hi everyone, I'm very nervous. Right, the mission of a Toastmasters Club: to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth.
Thank you, Luann. And one thing I'd like to draw out from what Luann was just saying was the mutually supportive. Tonight you're among friends. Have fun. This is all about learning, yes, but also having fun while we're doing that. And I'd now like to introduce you to the person who's going to run tonight's meeting. Denise has been herself working her way through our Competent Communicator manual, doing different projects. But tonight she's going to be dealing with something different. That is actually running the meeting tonight. And she deserves our support. And one of the ways we can do that for all the people who come up here tonight is just by giving a very warm round of applause. So let's welcome our president.
Good evening, one and all. Welcome. Welcome to Toastmasters HOD. And can I say a very warm welcome to our guests, Luann, Chantal, Marilyn, Emily, Adam, and Sadhana. Have I pronounced that correctly? Sadhana?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Well, tonight I'm your Toastmaster, and I'm actually going to be controlling the meeting, so you say as I do. So first and foremost, what I'd like is members who are all seated together and guests who are seated together, if we can do some musical chairs please, so that people can sit next to people who they don't usually sit next to. Like Peter, you can probably go on this side, and David, you can go on this side. So just swap around a bit, do some musical chairs.
I'm always on that side.
Come and do a bit of musical chairs, let's do a bit of moving around.
Extra copy of the agenda. Should you? No.
Did you get it from the MP chair?
Yeah, nothing.
There's two.
That's okay.
As I said, I'm Denise and Sia, we're Toastmasters for this evening, and I want our evening to be a very fun one, so please, let's make sure we do enjoy the evening. Martin did say that when each speaker comes up, or whoever comes to the lantern, let's just give them a good round of applause. So can you please practice and see how best we can give them a good round of applause? I hope we can keep this up all evening, so I'll be watching and making sure that we all do. Before we continue with our meeting, can we, our agenda, we need to make some changes here. So our greeter this evening is Nikita. Thank you, Nikita, for greeting everybody here. Our video master is Lily. Hello, Lily.
Hi.
Long time no see. Our quiz master is Angela. Or have we changed that again? Have we changed? Who else?
This Angela.
This Angela. Oh.
No?
No. Would anybody like to volunteer as a quiz master? David? Thank you. And our third evaluator is Coralie Francis. And our third speaker is Angela. Angela Lansbury. Yes, right, Angela. And the title of her speech is How You Can Learn to Write, Perform and Paint Better. Now, our fourth speaker, are you Apasna? Oh, good evening, Apasna. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Apasna?
It's Upasana.
Upasna. Welcome, Upasna, sir. The title of Upasna's speech is Attitude of Gratitude. And we're going to have a change in the agenda. Just before our network break, we're going to just have the guests just say a little bit about what they're thinking about, what their thoughts are on the meeting so far. Our third evaluator on the second page is Coralie Francis. Well, yes. And our general evaluator, is Sina. So that's all the changes for this evening. Unless I've missed something, if somebody changes them. No?
Very thorough.
Pardon?
Very thorough.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Before we...
Yes, Todd just pointing out that Pinar isn't here for it to do his first evaluation.
Ah. Well spotted, thank you. So Pinar isn't here.
Well, I could do that.
Thank you very much, Martin. So the first evaluator is Martin. Before we start our meeting, can I just remind you of some house rules? This is our fire exit here, so we do have a fire. Just everybody run for your lives in that direction. And the toilets are out to the right, but they're a good sign so you can find your way around. There are 2 sets of toilets in the building, so you won't get lost. And our network break, we actually have a tea and coffee room, which is again outside to your left and to your right, and probably right again. But just follow the crowd and you'll find your way there. So, just a bit about myself. Can everybody please switch off their mobile phones before we go any further, because it can be any room, every room. Well, I've been in Toastmasters for a couple of years, but with the club, it's just been a brilliant confidence booster for me. Toastmasters is all about leadership. It's about building your confidence. So to the new people, this is your right place. This is what you want to do. It's all about learning and growing, and you can come to the right place if this is what you're looking for. And again, you will find out by the speakers we have and all the other people who come up, all the members, and you'll just see how they've grown, and no doubt they'll be telling you a bit about their journey, if we have time, that is. So again, we have to keep to time. So the first person that I'd like to bring to the front is our Timekeeper. But before I do bring Kesh to the front, as I said, I did mention to everybody, our video master is Lily. And Lily actually takes videos of all the speeches and throughout the evening. So again, you can go on YouTube and you can find yourself on YouTube, which you can look at and practice and go, just to help you build up your confidence and get better as a Toastmaster speaker. So can I please welcome to the stage Kesh, who will actually be describing her Timekeeper role. Please come and join me.
Toastmasters, fellow guests, welcome members and Toastmaster. I'm the timekeeper for this evening, and to our new guests, my role is to time each speeches, and some speeches have 5 to 7 minutes or a further 7 to 9 minutes. And then I also, for example, if someone has a speech for 5 to 7 minutes, around 5 minutes I'll be holding up a green, so they have to start getting ready to round up their speech. Then at 6 minutes I'll be holding up a yellow amber sign, and they have to really start rounding up their speech. And if they get to 7, and I'm going to be holding up red, and that means they need to start cutting it off completely. So that's my role, and that's how all the cards at the timings work for today.
Thank you. Oh, we can do better than that. Come on. And for the guests, what usually happens is somebody who comes up to the platform, we always shake hands first before we exchange roles. So this is what we do with each and every one of us. The next person who I'd like to bring up to the front is our Grammarian, and he will actually explain his role and the word of the day. Can we please give a warm welcome to Sandip, please?
I'm Toastmaster, the President and fellow guests. Today my role is that of Grammarian, and as a Grammarian I'll be looking for the use of English language, whether there's any grammatical errors or there are filler words like so and here and there, which we tend to do, especially when on stage. When we got the fright, we kind of start putting on the filler words, so that's what we'll be looking out for. And then you can also use some great phrases which make your speech or content sound better, so I'll be looking for that. And lastly is the word of the evening, which I put up in 3 places. So it's here, there, and on the back. It's convoluted, which actually means something very complicated. So let's say you've got this plan, which you don't know how to execute because you didn't understand it, because the plan was too convoluted, so it was too complicated. So that's the word of the evening. So try and use it. So I'll be looking out for that. And that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
We've come to the part where we're going to start introducing the speakers. We have 4 speakers today, and each speaker has an evaluator. Excuse me, I need one more person, which needs to come up to, whose role? Sorry, David. I forgot to mention David. David is our quizmaster, and he's going to actually come and explain his role. Please welcome David to the forefront. Thank you, David.
Thank you. My role as quizmaster, I will try and explain it in as least a convoluted way as possible. It's very simple. I'm going to listen to everything that's being said, and I'm going to think up some questions. about it, and at the end I'm going to ask questions about what's been said, who said what, who did which, what year did this happen. First person who shouts out the correct answer will get a prize. Now, obviously, the time lag between being appointed as quizmaster and being able to supply the prizes is quite short tonight. So the prize tonight is you being able to bask in the warm glow, knowing that you listened so beautifully. Just one Toastmaster.
For our guests, I completely forgot to mention that when we do mention the word for today, we always stamp our feet and clap our hands, so please join in. Our first speaker is going to be Talha Kazi. Sorry, Talha, I don't have your... Oh, sorry. So, please, can I welcome the evaluator who's going to be evaluating Talha, and that is Martin, who's going to fill in the role.
Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, Talha is on his second speech. So his last speech was the icebreaker, which was just all about introducing himself to us. With tonight's speech, he's beginning his journey through our Competent Communicator Manual, where we hone different skills. And tonight's skill is all about having a structure to his speech. So his speech tonight will need to have, it needs to have a beginning and an end, but these need to be strong beginnings and conclusions. Also, he needs to have a strong message with a strong and clear message, not a convoluted message. And the transitions should be effective. So it shouldn't be that we're suddenly talking 1 minute about one thing and suddenly we're over here talking about another topic. We should be able to slide between the different sections quite smoothly. So those are some things that I will be looking out for. And I don't want anyone of us to get tired. Talha's speech is, I'm so tired, but none of us should be tired. So with a speech entitled, I'm so tired, will you please welcome Talha?
Okay, so can you all do me a favor and just stand up, please? Sit down. Okay. Good news, you just added a few seconds in your life. Okay. My speech is, I'm so tired. Mr. President, Madam Toastmaster, fellow members and welcome guests. What I'm trying to tell you is I'm so tired today, and most of you might be. I mean, what did you do since morning? I mean, no offense to people who really have physically challenging jobs, but most of us have sedentary lives, sedentary jobs, sitting on a chair, tapping away. Maybe your back might start hurting after a while because of sitting for so long. Right? By the end of the day, by the time you reached over here, you were just so tired. And most of us, I mean, I was in two minds, whether I should go home and, just relax. But what did I do to get that moment of relaxation? I didn't really do any hard work. Yeah, maybe mentally I did work a lot, but physically, not so much. So why do we get so tired after a meager 9-hour job? Yeah. Physical exercise may be the reason. So physical exercise is defined as any physical activity any bodily movement that you might engage in to maybe maintain or improve your physical fitness, maybe to overcome effects of aging, yeah, maybe slow down the aging process, maybe to have a better cardiovascular system, improve your heart condition, or maybe just for fun, right? But we still don't do it as often as we should. What happens because of that? Let me tell you in detail, as much as the time might allow us. So, physical exercise broadly is broadly classified into 3 categories: aerobic, anaerobic, and flexibility exercises. So, when I'm talking about aerobic exercises, it's quite simple. Your heart is like a pumping machine that just pumps blood to far end corners. I mean, imagine the distance for the tiny little heart to be pumping blood so many times in a minute, 63 on average, I believe, if I'm not wrong, to the lowest part of your, to the furthest extremities of your body, right? But your heart rate is not the only factor over here. The blood and its condition, yeah? How fatty the food that you eat results in a thicker blood, and hence you get heart diseases. Anyways, so aerobic exercises involve the exercising of major muscles of your body so that your heart rate goes up and blood flows constantly. So basically you're exercising your heart. You're exercising your heart, you're pumping blood to far extremities of your body to improve its condition, improve your bodily condition. Right? That's very basic. It could be walking, jogging, swimming, hiking, playing a sport like tennis, right? So, is that all? I mean, if I just jog, is that okay? Well, yeah, it's a good start. But what comes next? Well, your body is also composed of bone and muscle. What about that? So there comes our anaerobic type of exercises. Mainly, you can picture as weightlifting, right? So, what happens over here? Let's say at present, your muscles are very weak. They can barely lift 2 kgs. Okay. So when you are pushing that muscle to lift 3 kgs, that muscle is in a shock. It tears. Okay. And when you give it a break, maybe a day's break, that muscle now realizes, okay, tomorrow this guy is going to make me lift 3 kgs again, so I better get into a more optimal condition so that I can lift 3 kgs. So the muscle repairs itself and strengthens itself to a better condition. And now the next time you go on lifting the 4th kilo, and then the muscle is in shock again. So this process continues, and basically by the end of it, you have stronger muscles than before. Also a side result of that is your bone density also increases. So you're less likely to have a fracture, less likely to have a muscle sprain and all that. Now, okay, so yeah, I had my cardio, my aerobic exercises, and then I did my weightlifting, so my anaerobic exercises. If you just do this, you are going to get injured someday. Because you didn't do the whole thing. There's something remaining, the flexibility exercises. So yeah, your muscle got stronger and stronger, your heart condition got better and better. But as and when your muscle repairs itself, it shortens in length. Your range of motion, basically, if you were able to stretch your arms this much before, now you would be, because your muscles have become tight. So maybe after each workout, or maybe whenever possible, you should do some flexibility exercises as well. This increases your range of motion. So that in your day-to-day life, because you're not going to be lifting dumbbells all throughout the day. You're going to be doing all sorts of impromptu activities, sudden jumping, sudden movement, sudden getting up and sitting down, for example. So you got to be ready for it. And how? If your muscles are very limber, strong but agile, you will be better equipped to handle injuries, maybe avoid them as well. So, in conclusion, why are we so tired? Because we are not dedicating at least 15 minutes a day to maybe living a few minutes longer, a few years longer, maybe avoiding some injuries, maybe just living a better life. Because you know what? You sat down for 9 hours and most of your cells of your body, there are trillions of cells, I don't know how many actually, that do not get the blood. If the blood doesn't reach the cells, well, it's like they are dying slowly. And that's why you feel tired, because a part of you is dying slowly. So let me make sort of a promise to all of you, so that you make a promise to yourselves that let's get up, let's not be so tired by dedicating 15 minutes of your day to living better, if not longer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Talma.